Hi, in this video, we're going to learn about ratios. So what is a ratio? Well, it's a way to relate one number in terms of another. So we can write ratios in a few different ways. One way would be as a fraction. So we could say A over B. We could also write it with a colon in between, and that is read A to B. And we can also write it in words, A to B. Now, these are all completely valid ways to write ratios, but in all of them, you can simplify no matter which format your ratio is written in. For example, let's say we want to simplify the ratio 10 to 12. Well, we're going to write it as a fraction and simplify it. So you could write as 10 over 12, and then simplifying fractions is pretty easy. In this case, we can divide both 10 and 12 by 2 to get 5 over 6. Then we just rewrite it in whatever format the ratio was written in originally. So we can, in this case, say 5 to 6. Let's try another simplification problem. Let's say in this case, I want to simplify the ratio 6 to 3. Notice that in this case, we're writing it with the colon. But that doesn't change the setup really, because we're going to still write it as a fraction, in this case 6 over 3, and we're going to simplify it. Now, for ratios, you always have to have two numbers. So even though 6 divided by 3 is 2, we are going to write it as a fraction still, as 2 over 1. That way, when we convert it back into our ratio format with the colon, we can write it as 2 to 1. All right, so even if it simplifies to a whole number, leave it in fraction form over a 1. Now, let's take a look at a word problem. Let's say there are 5 red, 6 blue, and 9 yellow marbles in a bag. We want to first know what is the ratio of red to blue marbles. Well, I'm going to write this in the format red to blue with the colon. So red, well, there are 5 red marbles, and there are 6 blue marbles. So I can write it as 5 to 6. All right, let's try another one. In this one, we want to find the ratio of blue to yellow marbles. So I have blue is 6 and yellow is 9. So it's 6 to 9. But you can actually simplify this because you can think of it as 6 over 9, which is the same thing as 2 over 3. So since we can simplify it in fraction form, we can write the ratio as 2 to 3. Let's try one more. In this case, I want to find the ratio of red marbles to all of the marbles. So red to all, well, red we know is 5, and all, well, there's 5 plus 6 plus 9 total marbles, which would be 20. So red to all will be 5 to 20, and I can simplify that. If I write it as a fraction, 5 over 20 can be written as 1 over 4. And back in my traditional ratio format, 1 to 4. And that's how you work with ratios.